find out now.
Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm excited to get my mouth on the mic, and already we've seen a bullet into the head of Poison. That's gonna hurt. USP upgrade found. Aggression through middle. Config and Blame fancy the flank. And Rush has got an awful lot to do, but I see utility here as well, Lauren. They want to try and already mask the push-up for this plant. I don't know if there's anyone that can contest here.
No, I think this is going to be a postured retake, but you do have that nice flank coming in. You highlighted it, and it's slowly creeping up the ramp. Dupree's going to spot it, get a fair bit of information. Does send a shot back, but he's dealt a fair bit of damage by now already. Plant now comes in. Config needs a clean shot on this, then maybe opens up an avenue. Device is there, a little bit of a fade away. I know Safix gets Magus, but by this point you're down to 2. Blame F, and now just
NATO?
1.
He's not really got much of a chance with this player behind him. Glaive tucked in, giving me Vertigo on Vertigo, looking down into the streets of what fictional city is this? Do you want to make up a name?
I feel like Rush would know it.
Gotham.
Gotham, yes, the streets of Gotham.
And Rush is our Batman.
I mean, he strikes me as more of the Michael
Robin.
Caine character.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, he sits at the
Yeah,
house,
right.
he wears his checkered shirts, and he goes, "All right, master, I got you a new gadget," or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never tried Michael Caine before. It wasn't terrible.
It was actually decent.
Awful. It's quite, yeah.
I'm glad that's
say hi
over.
to Alex.
Yeah,
Hey
what's
Alex,
going on?
good to see you, man.
Hi,
It's
man,
been a
I missed
while.
you. Are you going to play CS with us tonight?
Yeah, I can do.
I'm
yeah,
down.
definitely.
I'm well up for it.
I'm
Okay,
definitely down.
Counter-Strike. It's happening right now, and Poison's got a gap. He's got a shot. He's S-Attack gone, and that should be enough to suppress. Device seems to relieve some pressure very early. An AK spotted. This is second round. 2 AKs and a Galil, Lauren. This buy slaps.
It does. I'm I'm getting used to the economy still, but I want to see if Astralis are used to any of this pressure. Nice shot from Device, but bear in mind the damage is being dealt, so the scout did stay a little relevant, but it has been taken out. So for now, they've stabilized. Good utility usage, keeping that site, you know, a little bit safer than before. So here's Safix trying to get a little bit closer, planting off towards the side here. No threats to be found. I feel as though Rush and NATO both know that this one's not really giving much up.
Yeah, pick up your toys, take them home, and come back and play tomorrow because the sun's gone down.
Germans call toys play stuff.
It's like the fire stuff.
What was the word for that, Rush?
What's that? Play stuff?
Play stuff im Deutsch. You know it. At least you know what play is. don't you?
Spiele?
Yes.
Um,
And stuff.
oh, I don't know that one.
Zeug.
Spielezeug?
Spielzeug.
Spielzeug. Ah,
So.
genau. Danke
I
schön,
learnt one
mein
the other
Bruder.
day, Alex.
Go on.
It's like when they ask how you're going, say scherzo,
Scherzo.
scherzo, and yeah, do you know
Well,
that?
like it goes. It goes.
Well, it's like you know, and then you always get the sympathetic. Oh, what's wrong?
Ah,
so that's
okay.
always a good one to
Nice.
use
I
if you want
did
to be
realize
manipulative.
you can't really say "How are you" to a German too well because they'll tell you. Honestly, I'm quite terrible.
Well, to be
Really
honest, you know, the tax year's coming in. I've got to consider that. I'm the bureaucracy. I'm kind of drowning in it. But other than that,
They give you a real reply. I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I'm alright. How you know what I mean?"
in
The
England,
standard.
we're literally
Not bad,
like
not
in
bad.
pieces. We're like, yeah, it's good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. How are you?
Oh well.
Pieces.
Terrible.
One of the notes from yesterday that we were witnessing with Astralis in their victory over Spirit was Device doing very well on the rifles. He wasn't having so much with the AWP impact, but he was finding a lot of entries and cracking open bomb sites with that AK-47, especially on Inferno.
Chad, the magical caster HUD thing's not working. Did they change the Ghibli Bibbly?
It should be working.
me.
I'm on it right now.
Lauren, could you just type in the one that's in your thingy on my thingy? Thanks.
I can see the thing. I'll send you a picture of the thing.
That works too. Okay, so Dupree's got his AK-47 and he's starting an adventure towards B. You can see that this is all smoke and mirrors though, and the CTs have cracked the case. Seems like Device, Glaive, and S-Attack starting to throw out those smokes. And with only Deagles, this one will fall flat unless, of course, more scout shots like that start to hit. Nade damage. NATO's gone. Spray suppressing shots from Magix do connect through the obscurity of the smoke. Config fancying his chances with the Desert Eagle. 7 fresh bullets and already getting the hell out of dodge. Recovered FAMAS, but Dupree is closing in on the flank. This one likely to end in disaster for complexity as the theme tune starts. Oh, he punches the shark in the nose.
Nice work from Config, finding that and at least creating a safe way to evacuate the site, which is probably what the plan will be. Config has got himself the AK as well, so a nice little addition for him, whereas Poison seems a little stuck on the scout.
Yeah, decent to be holding onto these 3 guns. We'll be able to use all of them going into round number 4, being the first real gun round for Complexity here. You can see cash is plentiful for NATO and Rush, who are the 2 dead Complexity players right now within round number 3, but they will be able to purchase. The question is, does Poison want to upgrade from that Scout?
This is Poison we're talking about,
Yeah.
Chad. He is a Chad in the server. He's keeping that all the rounds he can.
I like it as well.
I like this, the nimble counter-strike from the Scout. Chad, you're a bit of a Scout professional.
Once upon a time, I was very, very proficient.
Does he go
with that
Aggie?
one right
Does he
there.
go Aggie on the ramp with that Scout?
Looks like it. Ollied off.
Whoa, those flashes are very suppressing. Blame wants to contest.
Device entering up Scaff here. Might just jump into this smoke and go for one of the classic nutmegs. Looks like that's exactly what he's going for. Is just trying to take this territory quite quickly. Not waiting out the utility. More than happy to duel. Device has gone down.
Yeah, Device was a little bit further ahead. S-Tag couldn't quite navigate to the top end of ramp yet, but now he's going to slowly build up towards this. Now, Config's looked like he's actually on the ball today, maybe feeling a little frustrated after that Na'Vi performance and just putting in the hours. Already comfortable enough. It is a 4v3. Glaive, though, down to 2 HP, does slightly hinder and hamper any of those potential upsets, but may just be a little bit further ahead now. Blamef is on an island, but it is quite a deadly one at that, maybe a bit tropical. But it looks like Majus is aware that someone's going to be around there. Tries to clear, but in the smoke he goes on the other side, waiting for everyone else to appear. Majus. Flame's playing this safe. He's around the pillar here, so I don't know if the shadow gave it away or simply just the angle. Well played to Blamef to keep control on this. So now he's into a 1v2. Blame is now dead. Dupree's positioning cut right between them. I was a little worried for Glaive, considering 2 HP is very fine margins. But for now, 4-0, it hasn't been too scary. Too scary.
Yeah, I think Astralis today are really going to come in and pull up their socks, right? Yesterday was a shaky day. They admitted it within the post-game interviews.
Yep.
Things weren't clicking and feeling as well as they should. The day before, there were tweets coming out from the Astralis camp when they lost to Heroic saying Magus was the only one who showed up to play that day.
I mean, Dupree gave us the classic, we were not happy with the shots we are hitting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one, Dupree.
Well, he's got the PR training, that's for sure. Now, guns will come out back again. Lighter buy, not a full investment. Blame with an M4, Config with 1, CZ75 for Rush, NATO down to the Deagle, Scout with no armor behind it for Poison, and Dupree, well, he might be happy with those kind of shots that he's hitting. That's one of those upgraded M4s taken out of the... very, very early. So yeah, this boost, Alex, I don't think we'll see it with any of the European teams. Maybe haven't had a chance to practice it, but maybe when we have one of those eco rounds, we can get MC to show a camera angle of what we'll be talking about. Is very exciting. Dupree continuing forward. 3-on-5 situation now. Magus a little bit low, but I wouldn't have too much to worry about as Device will mop up Rush, and this should be the round.
Does seem like Astralis have come to play today. Poison, what can you do? A re-frag, there it is. Re-peeks into Dupree. So now there's an AK low, but again, Astralis so consistently taking this B space just to stop that save. The flank is quick through CT. And in fact, he's taken all that space. They just take for the safe route. They'll go back through, looking to get that bomb down.
Yeah, and I think I got a little treated by seeing Heroic being so proactive, both on T, but mostly CT, that stands out to me. Every single fight they take is so well choreographed and considered, and the map control is never an assumption for the T side. You can never just feel as though, well, we can do a heavy lean this way, maybe we've got 10, 20 seconds. No, no, no. They will find any element they can.
So remember, this is a punish pick from Complexity here. And the stand-in factor, we will be discussing that. But coming into today, we're looking at Astralis tidying things up, as Glaive will mop up the mess in middle. And that's just going to leave Blamef holding on to this M4 if he can. So it's about Astralis tidying things up and looking more proficient for this lower bracket run. Because Complexity is another one of those hurdles. Yes. But if Big beat Mouse Sports later today, which should be likely considering the BMAS situation, if Big...
I don't know, man.
Well, listen to my
give me the logic, give me the logic.
Second,
yeah.
Right? Because if we get Big, who have been like an interim title belt holder for world number one throughout this, you know, online era, then you have Astralis going up against them with this new 7-man roster, Tag playing within them within the Pro League. Can they take down that team? Okay, well, if they can, great. Now we go on to a familiar face. You've got Simple, the best player in the world, going up against the best team to ever touch the game. That's assuming that Na'Vi lose to Heroic. I'm getting a few steps ahead of myself here. But then you get that as like the lower bracket final. And if whoever wins that, we either get the rematch of Na'Vi versus Heroic, which will be the 3rd time they go toe-to-toe within the Pro League. They'll be split 1-1.
I like what you're trying to sell me, Chad.
I really want this storyline.
I like the idea of it.
Oh, it's juicy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, but right now it's going to be Astralis pushing up into the clutches and spray of Blame F. He is in trouble. He is in jeopardy. He's opting for the USP to retreat as swiftly as possible. And in the meantime, in the interim, we've lost Rush. Pushing down middle was Glaive. Doesn't look like they're ready to commit with the bomb just yet. Contested actively by Config and Poison. He's going for a deep smoke. I wonder what the intention is of that. You can see it does a bit of a...
Oh, wow.
Ooh, deep bounce. And Poison's already taken down Device. That's bomb spotted. Glaive has to brave the gray screen and into the nade. Oh, that's colossal. This should be their first round on the board, unless Dupree and Magisk have got any tricks up their sleeve. NATO's getting inquisitive, but he does find Dupree. So this one starting to look like Complexity's first.
Damage is the name of the game here for Magus. Him being on low HP isn't going to make this an easy task whatsoever. But AWP on the other side, if he missed, there was always going to be a chance to punish. But Poison too good, and a big round right there. So I thought Config had like flubbed that nade. I thought he was maybe just trying to throw it back to the forklift box down the left-hand side to cotton off one of the choke points, but all the way down, covering off the bridge position. Lovely little smoke right there. Isolating that of Astralis, and
very nice.
Yeah, mopping that one up. So round 7 about to go underway here. Guns are out for both teams. Poison has his AWP, Device onto the big green on the other side of things. AKs for the remainder of Astralis, and back towards B we go in the early stages. Dupree and Magus dealing with the protocol nades of NATO Safix, and he is the stand-in right now for Complexity. So if they want to bullish and punish,
I just want to build the reminder surrounding NATO Safix as well. This man has been trying so actively for a multitude of different years and teams in pursuit of Tier 1 Counter-Strike. To be given this opportunity, I'm sure, especially even in this map alone, he's got the responsibility of holding B against Astralis. He is loving this. This is a Christmas morning for NATO. The fact he gets to play, the fact he gets to show what he's been working on over the last few years, this is everything he's been waiting for. And so a chance to demonstrate his ability. The flash looks good. At the moment, like trying to hold them at bay, the utility again has locked them at the door. They're lining up for some smokes, though, and I do fancy a quick tutorial, so hang on. Let's see what Magisk is going to throw. Oh, they're doing the boost. Well, that's not bad. With the smoke blooming, this could be...
sound cue. Get out of there. Yeah, don't risk that one. As soon as you make that footstep, they will spam through those boards. A lot of damage could be done. Now we have 50 seconds left. Config, you're going to be in trouble, my friend.
He's going to push up nice and close. Gives them time to hit rotations if they need to, and hopefully be a bit more than a one and done. But Rush finding success towards Magisk is actually pretty impressive. Now that's going to kind of funnel everyone back together. They're all piling in towards this. And you're right, where can they go? They struggle to get this side of the map against Heroic, and it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble again. But Dupree's feeling a bit braver this time. He's going for a little bit of a wander, but Rush is being patient. He's being cautious. He's waiting for NATO Safix to come back around, and suddenly they've reassembled this crossfire. The flash does nothing, but the guns might do just a little more. Maybe not. Dupree, quick on the trigger, takes the side, but Poison's arrived.
Yeah, he needs another, and it's a hard shot to hit. Dupree's taken him off, and now suddenly Astralis have got room to move, room to breathe, and suddenly it's Blame F that's feeling the pressure. Config's hitten. That's being hit in the past tense. Hitten.
Hitten.
Yes, thank you. By the AWP, and regardless, you do see that triple kill from Dupree. You can see the idea. NATO takes contact, he pulls into the gen, it's Rush's chance to swing, but with 30 HP, a quick reaction from the Astralis players, and they've just turned that on its head. That looked great for Complexity. It was a 3v5, 30 seconds left, Chad. What went wrong?
Yeah, they were constricting Astralis right there. That info play from Rush on Omegas was huge, and then the fact that Config, we could see how pushed down he was. The only avenue felt like it was going to be through middle and hoping for a very late round split. But Dupree has to be the hero. 2 entries onto that bomb site, shots not landing for Complexity, and this is what we want to paint on about this B bomb site. NATO is the stand-in. It is the, it's not that he's a serviceable individual, right? We're not going to detract anything from that, but in terms of being a little mechanical wizard like Oboe, he's not that same kind of player. Now, we've got Astralis and Dupree. They're in the office together. Apparently, they were shouting yesterday. When Astralis was trying to do his interview, Dupree's in yelling, and then yesterday when...
The Dupree laugh was very loud.
Having a good time. But this is good. This is exactly what we wanted to see from Astralis coming in today, because this puts them into that next gear. And we're going to, once again, Complexity with the stand-in, it becomes very hopeless, right? Not because I don't think that they have good players on the team, not that I don't think that they can win against some of these names, just that when you now contrast Astralis, one of the greats, up against Complexity, a team who are on the rise, who are doing fantastically, they've had a bit of a kick in the nuts with the whole Oboe situation, having only a week to retool after all the hard work that we know they do, there is going to be some speed bumps. And Astralis
gaps, yeah.
is a pretty bloody big speed bump.
They're those huge ones.
Scrape the bottom of your car on.
Esatag has woken up and walked into the site of Confi. He's even just got a second as well. Poison caught sleeping, and Esatag with an adjustment so quick, so robotic. The round's won. Esatag, 3 kills in very short space of time, and poor old Complexity left scratching their heads, saving their weapons.
He just said to Dupree after that round before, he said, hey, mate, anything you can do, I can do better. Just run on in.
He was watching his
like.
screen, just like, oh, so
that's
how you do it.
it.
Cool, no, I'll do it over by ramp.
I see Esatag's also one of those hipsters. You know, he walks around Copenhagen in his all-black outfits. He's got no skins in Counter-Strike, but he plays for Astralis.
So so the skins thing?
What?
A little bit of a boo-boo.
Oh, no, what?
His account got
Oh, I saw something about that on Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's not actually as cool
No,
as I
he
thought he
just-
was.
yeah.
He's got nice hair, though. He's got very cool hair.
Yeah, well, that's
I
what
like
I'm
the hair.
thinking. You know, I'm sure he's got a cool linen jacket or two.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
He probably has that trade ban as well. I suppose if he's had to
Oh,
change
yeah,
his
new
like, password and
account.
stuff.
I like
Yeah.
my storyline better than yours.
Yours is cool.
So he's actually just a bit of a hipster.
It's like, I really like Alicia's AK, because he's just got the scratched out names on the
Exactly.
side, and that's very default.
I'm just saying, I don't think Esatag gets 3 if he had like an Aquamarine Revenge there.
You're probably right.
Yeah, no, of
That's
course.
all I'm saying.
Of course.
That's my analysis provided.
It's big.
Thanks for the fan cams as well. I missed you guys. Haven't been able to see your beautiful faces in about a week.
Did you see Max? He had a bit of a, I guess, a school for cheering in the fan cams he was doing for everybody.
Did you teach him?
Yeah, we might show you some
The
of the moves a
wind
little
up.
later.
There's a lot going on.
The
Very
AFL
Australian.
The AFL goal sign, which is this one here, Alex, just so you know.
Hazard!
If there's a
That means a
goal,
goal?
there's a goal.
Okay.
That's through the middle sticks. That's for 6, and through the little ones, it's just 1.
Oh,
That's
just
a
one. Oh, there's.
groovy little smoke. I like that one. Seen that bouncing off the top of that box. Regardless, it's mid and A at the moment.
Glaive has been getting this mid control. Now, it hasn't been clean. He's often been taken down to like 5 HP, but he has been winning it out, which has cost a great deal of time and confidence in rotations, and leaving these two obviously feeling like they're on an island. Rush and NATO Sapphics have to pay some sort of attention to this. Flash in, doesn't reach Glaive particularly, but does draw a Molotov out. That does, though. Config waiting on the other side, even feels good enough to go for the double, kind of out and about in the middle of it all, but now the 3 remainders for Astralis have very little information as to where to play beyond this.
I don't think they can afford to lose another one of these 3v5s on B. Flash is good, and that's the frag they needed. They spot Device. Secret is out, and so is Device. He'll get the hell out of dodge. Esatag and Device 1, or rather 2 versus 5. And Poison's opting for the off angle. Should have the element of surprise if they were to go ramp side, so they'll retool. 30 seconds, it may just be one of those unfortunate situations of just hanging around.
Just chilling out.
Yeah.
Rush,
Hello?
you sound like there's happiness in your voice now that Alex returned. You
Yeah,
went in
it's
the
good to see
greatest
him.
of moods a couple of days ago, and is that because of Lauren and I? Did you feel that you were getting bullied too
No,
much?
no,
Sorry,
definitely not.
You were saying Rush was being bullied?
Oh,
But are
here
you
we go.
kidding me?
Here we go.
You weren't being
Are you
bullied.
kidding me?
We did a public vote to
You
see
were
who was
horrible to me.
to see who was going to
Both of you ganging up on me. All I wanted was Alex to come back, so there's at least someone of common decency around me.
Well, he's back now.
Why are you laughing, Rush?
Yeah, that was a bit of a
Did
snicker.
you hear that?
That was a snicker, if I was to
I
define
don't know.
Scoff.
I'm happy to have Alex back. You know, we missed you a lot.
it. Rush, you know how we were doing that word thing?
Sure.
I took a screenshot because I saw a little newspaper clipping. I don't know if you know what that is.
Newspaper? What is that?
Im Deutsch, das ist ein Zeitung, something like that.
Genau, ja.
Okay, now I took a screenshot. I'm going to my screenshots folder to show you. It
All
was
right.
it was words, old English words that people the what's the one that comes after millennials?
Zoomers, yeah.
Zoomers.
The Zoomers don't know anymore. I'll find it. It seems to be a little harder to obtain.
Is respect on that list?
Yikes from me.
Wow, Chad.
Wow.
Isolate all of the
Wow.
fan base.
That was a joke, guys.
Wow.
I don't know what the kids
Wow.
do.
And yolk? Okay, I've got them. Confusing words from yonks ago.
Yonks, there you go.
Yonks.
So
Yeah.
for this round, Lauren, we're going to use tosh.
Old
Tosh means
nonsense.
nonsense.
Yeah, okay. Still showing my age here. Oh! Oh! Okay. God, I actually feel ancient. But Blame F, young and up for the fight. Heading right down towards ramp, going to take that territory and keep it in his pocket. Now, while all this happens, Astralis have turn their attention elsewhere. Not really bothered by any of that tosh that's being sold over by Blame F towards ramp.
There we go. I love that. And from henceforth, I shall use that word. Into the side, though. A perfect flash, but they don't get him. Device has got the blind, but NATO's got the frag. Glaive finally claws one back. He wants more. Does have a smoke to deploy, and he catches poison on the jiggle. Just like that, the round switches again. They flip the coin. Oh, and that's a bit of a sketchy one from NATO. He's in jeopardy now. Needs to try and get out of dodge. They're not rushing this plant. And that was the chance. It's now squandered. NATO in a real spot of bother, and he's gone.
Bloody hell, Glaive.
Astralis are looking sharper today than what we've seen in the last two. So this is one of the keynotes that I'm taking from this. And the approach doesn't even feel like it's anything too difficult. It's a little bit more direct. Yesterday, we were questioning some of their plays on Inferno. It felt like they were being a little bit too
triple
tricky.
guessing.
Yeah, and here they're going in, brute force, guns in faces, headshots around, stick them up type play is... That's going to be round number 8 on the board. If Astralis get 2 more rounds, this is the most rounds on Vertigo they have gotten with ESL. They've only played this map twice, both single-digit losses. Once to Vitality, once to Heroic.
Here we go. Feeling it.
Wow, so ready.
I feel that bullet too. Yeah, they are very much ready for this. It feels as though maybe they have come into this truly prepared. Now, we did see ESL have great deals of success towards this side after dupree's moment trying to enter things up. He had to go himself. Now, trying to play the timing through the smoke doesn't get it. Blame F's there. After the deals of utility put down towards ramp, he had a nice isolated fight. Takes a touch of damage. Don't even know where that came from. Even for Molly was there. Wait, he's gone for more. He's a madman. He burns alive for it. But Rush now put to task. He is in danger, falls away.
That headshot fight on the Sandbags player could very well have been the determining factor of this round. Very important frag found from Rush, and a hard one to do so as well. Bomb swapped over. Looks like Magisk will be the spearhead of this assault. Intrigued to know as to their plans. It does seem like they're actually opting for the split method.
Magus has a smoke. dupreeh rocking a Molotov and a HE here, but as they're split up, they are just searching for Jules, seeing if they can find a straggler, find a one-on-one. Right now, with the bomb heading over towards the B side of things, I would say we have a mid-split coming on through. Now, if dupreeh takes first contact and doesn't die, just keeps the attention of NATO over towards this B side of things, the door is open for Magus to come on over the top. This is all going to come down to timing here on NATO's jiggles. dupreeh playing in the smoke, hiding in plain sight. 25 seconds.
Well.
Yeah, that's possibly the round. Look where Magus is.
Yeah, the rotations... spotted as he may be, puts up the smoke, backs away, takes a lick of damage off the molly, but this retake is really going to be very difficult. As much as they are looking like they're posturing like they fancy it, it's horrible. They have no flashes, no utility, nothing to play with. It's just the guns at their side, and attack's good, but they need it a clean kill. dupreeh's having none of it. That little bit of entry work on the site was more than enough.
Yeah, that one's going to be a bitter pill to swallow again. Felt like Blame had done a good start here, getting the first blood drawn. He even catches Glaive on the swing. So at this point in time, that's a 4 versus 3. Rush finding this frag, it really should have sealed the deal. Sends them packing, but Astralis again into B. The fist bumps are exchanged over in Denmark. They've got a nice collection of monitors there. I could use a second one.
Just ask Eric. I'm sure he can get you one.
Can he? I just want to... I feel like I can't multitask as well, you know?
I moved the TV next to my PC.
Yeah, but I'm not as handy as you are, Chad.
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
Being a handy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just
wanted to clarify.
Be certain.
Now then, Blame. Only a Desert Eagle. Bottle of flame thrown his way. Config stands his ground. The spray's not going to find anything. A fresh mag required, but still, no one's gone down. Still plenty of time, but a lot of aggression towards this ramp, and Config wants another look. That's ballsy. Just the warning shot. 5-on-5 still. Cole really needs to stabilize the bleed here. It is only Deagles, a partial buy. There should not be any sort of justifiable way they manufacture a third here, but a 9-6 half really is compulsory if they want to stay competitive. Here we are.
Bloody hell, Glaive. Rush. Yeah, real nice.
Looks so easy.
It is very clean, isn't it? It doesn't feel like Complexity are putting up too much of a fight whatsoever. Astralis are ready for every single duel. It almost seems when we're on a player who's going for an entry, we had the ESL 3-man up the A round. We had dupreeh late round going into the B bomb site. This is obviously much later down the track here, but Glaive is just walking on in. It is against pistols, but there's no fight really being put up from Complexity here.
He's done it against gun rounds too. All of them have. That's the scary part. You know, they're absolute cads. Just getting away with it. For now, 5 alive. No threats to be found, tag or two, but no one being pressured, still even maintaining some utility on top. No one's particularly underperforming either for Astralis. There's no one being super quiet. You know, S-tag 5 kills, okay, but then bear in mind 3 of those were those mad entries on the site, so they're
Gun
super
round as
valuable.
well.
You'll take that. And yeah, I don't know what the answer is for Complexity. They look just a little bamboozled.
Well, here's the thing, right? If we look at it, it was a 5-round streak to kick off the game. Then they bounced back on round 6 with their first. Then it was 2 on the trot with the bomb going down. So money continuing to trickle on up for Astralis. Then another round on round 9 for Complexity. And then 3 on the trot once again. So Astralis are really running away with this one. If the rounds on the CT side are so few and far between and Config continues to go down over towards this ramp like this, Astralis are looking to run away with this one.
I'm telling you right now, Config just watched like 10 Amanek demos and he's just desperately trying to replicate this smoky goodness that's been pulled out by the Frenchman in the past. Russia's got something in store for us. A lovely little pop flash lineup. There you go. Back against the boxes on the shadow meeting the light. And then is it a jump throw? It looks like it must be. Blame's going to be flashed in now.
Good flash.
Triple kill. That's a way to find at least an advantage. It may not be the round though. Still 60 seconds on that clock. Where's the smokes? Okay, so there's one on device. They won't have the luxury of both. Oh, and poison.
Yeah, poison.
Solid catch. Oof.
They don't have to go A. There's 50 seconds left. And if they take down Rush, oh dear, they know his position now. Does Dupree want this?
He's going to walk straight through, is he? No, he's not as much of a rascal as I initially assumed. But he's got 40 seconds. If he just cuts noise, one of them's going to have to rotate, but he's...
That smoke, come on.
Yeah, he sees him. Oh, and he misses the shot. NATO getting sketchy now. And Dupree has found Rush. It all falls to NATO. The stand-in has to step up.
Ollie was perfect as well.
He's reading that crossfire perfectly, but this readjustment from NATO could still have some validity to it.
That's enough for NATO to know it's a fake. Now he can start the push, surely. Yeah, closing the gap. Jiggle from Dupree. This is tough for the Dane. Both hailing from Denmark, in fact. NATO Safix waiting, and Dupree knocks his head off his shoulders. A triple kill clutch after some serious hard work. Again, it looked like Complexity had done enough to start us off. Yeah. Look at this triple kill. This isn't the first time we've said Blamehef has given them the advantage to convert, but again, Dupree just locks it down.
Yeah, and look, we have to obviously say this is fantastic work from Dupree to win a 1-on-2 situation like this, but you also, on the other side of things, have to say Complexity are dropping rounds where they have number advantages time and time again, and you can't be doing that. You have to be converting a few of those. That's why they're sitting down 2 rounds to 11 of Astralis on their map choice, which was meant to be a punish. Now, I don't know if Dupree's going in to meme them here and just do a little bit of disrespect in the most fun way, like we saw Cadian trying to knife Device the other day on Nuke. Lauren, you remember that one right there? But
yeah. I haven't seen the Kraken in years. Rolls
okay,
me back
there
to
we
what,
go.
Like
He's getting the AK
Cobblestone,
yeah.
down drop.
Up and down drop.
JW's just, yeah,
okay, so
it was merely a meme.
Yeah, Dupree isn't looking for any of that type of kerfuffle. He wants to get stuck on in the big guns. Smoke on over, flashes to follow on through. Back towards A, they trundle. Oh, look at this. Every single time there's an opening coming on through. Tag getting players jumping at him.
It looked comical, didn't it? It looked like Config was just trying to die.
It's like salmons just swimming up the stream into the bears' claws. Just...
Oh, by the way, you just reminded me of Brother Bear. Watched it the other day.
Didn't you say it was like really hitting you hard?
I swear I was crying, weeping. I think
like not even just like little tears, like big, like.
It just took me by surprise. I thought I was watching like a leisurely, Disney adventure, and it's just like dead relatives, responsible for relatives. Death,
oh God!
Guilt, overwhelming lessons learned.
Look, I only cry to Grey's Anatomy. I can't add another to that list.
That was Config leaping to his demise. Nemo's okay, but Brother Bear, if you want like an emotional purge, I don't know if anyone's like me, but like I can't cry when like actual bad things are happening to me.
Okay.
But when you watch
Grey's Anatomy is where I really saw
so that's my therapy. Is I just watched an animated bear, and I wept with a mouthful of peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. So did the idea of that, but it didn't really work out very well, sadly.
Double orbs. I like a good dorp.
Yeah, and this is one of the things. Normally, Config does the secondary orping for Complexity, but NATO Safix, he is someone who we've seen pick up the big green before. So this adds another string to the bow of Complexity. However, that bow not very strong as Dupree just absolutely dismantles 2 players over towards the B side off Tag's flash.
That was a balsa wood bow. That one did not hold.
Oh dear.
But perhaps from bow to bow, some respect could be gained if Complexity finds... Oh, he's just been caught out again. Dupree's on for the ace here. He's just behind enemy lines. He's under their skin like the scarabs from Scorpion King.
You've been on the movie dives, haven't you?
Do you remember that one, though, where the scarabs are all under their skin? I freaked out.
Freaked me out for a long time.
11-year-old me, very much.
Yep, the mummy freaked out. Multitudes of
Here
things.
We go.
Hold on.
Watch this, watch
Poison's
this.
kind of in a bit of a flow here. You can see it happening, and now the 1v1 device is... Oh! He doesn't have his life!
I knew
Oh!
it! Poison is a gangster. He holds his AWP sideways, swings open the door, and opens up a third. They needed that. Thank you, Poison. Bit of adrenaline injected into our veins right at halftime.
Feel the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out in echo. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? When it suffocates at the bottom, don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I've never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away?
Complexity second half. It may be a quick one, unfortunately. Vertigo supposed to be the punished pick, but Sponge setting that scene has seen it completely and totally ripped up in front of them. Device is getting ready for Christmas, and we are getting ready for our second half. Chad, hi.
Yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Counter-Strike fans all around the world, Complexity with those odds at the top of your screen, that's very fitting for how this one is probably going to trickle on down. Now, in the pre-game, you would have seen me setting up Tag over towards this A-side defense. He's back over there solo on the pistol around here, which is indicative of a retake setup. They have 2 nades, 1 for Glaive, 1 for Esther, a smoke and a flash to work with as well. But as this push forces forward from Complexity, Esther needs to slow them down.
NATO's across. That's an important and integral component. A bomb plant is the next step. Astralis, they're prepared for this retake, though. Look at the full util set. The boost gets already completely cancelled. The nade landing on Rush's toes. The sprinkling of bullets doesn't quite catch him just yet.
Not yet. So it is time to see that utility. You see already Esther looking to see where he can put that nade to good use. Could be towards sandbags, could be on towards ramp. Smoke about to go through from Glaive. Flash to soon follow. And the kit will be by Esther. So keep your eyes on him. He'll be the final man that needs to be working towards that bomb.
Protect the president.
Right there. Rush is right there. Rush? Oh my god, he's sticking it, and I don't know how the hell that just happened.
So many bodies coming out from behind that smoke. I'm not sure if they didn't hear the defuse. I feel like he must have.
So close.
Yeah, they're just kills were happening all over.
Do you think he knew he was on burst fire, or do you think he got caught out and bursted and accidentally had to reload?
I think with that close range, maybe going for burst because the spread of the 3 bullets.
Yeah,
maybe thinking if I hit one of them, maybe
Could
he might
be the
get
head.
off.
Yeah, fair.
But those decisions in those moments always very, very difficult. But Complexity now down 13-3. Astralis picking up the CT side of pistol. Will be buying on through.
These cams are cool. Is that Rush? Shout out, man. That's cool.
That is MC doing the magical cameras.
You are good at this. It is a strength of yours. You should do it more.
He's very good.
He is. I agree.
Just make sure you get some rest eventually, MC, buddy. All right. I know it's early at home.
Going to bed when the sun's up is never fun.
Never
so
fun.
Respect to MC for not only doing a good job, but also destroying his entire sleeping pattern for us. Boost.
Great nade. Oh, it's a flash. I thought.
Yeah, that would have been groovy.
Bring out a HE there.
He does find him, so it has actually paid off. Rare to see. Glaive caught out in middle, but you can see the reaction. Look at the CT setup. They've got so many people actively floating between elevators and CT that there is a lot of space to be taken on B. Oh, Dupree.
Timing is everything on this now. Config actually checked on it at the right time, but Dupree wins the fight. Makes it out alive with 15 HP and the information once again garnered.
So they are going back towards A. They have to at this stage, knowing that Dupree was so far forward. They can't go back searching, wasting time looking for him. So over towards A, we will have that of Magisk and Esther. Decent utility. This is ready to smoke off the short position. Molotov's HE is available for the bomb as well. First smoke will go out. 35 seconds.
There's contact. Esther now notes it. Nade ready to be put to plant, which Rush will receive. It does a fair whack of damage, but they still stand. Now, they don't. Rush goes down. NATO Sapphics can find at least Device. Now, let's look at where we stand. A 3v3 post-plant, but the HP for the CTs is quite low. So that Deagle does actually find a little bit more validity in what it can do here.
So just in case you're wondering what I'm doing on Vertigo tonight, it's sitting here and throwing that smoke every round. Cool little retake, makes me feel good. Has landed perfectly. Blame, however, catching another. This looks set for success, and I'm talking about Complexity. To change my mind is Magis, and he hasn't got the kit. You're absolutely bang on. Time is not on their side. A recovered AK for Poison. He wants to hunt and survive a 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
NATO should live here. Poison.
Nice.
As well, holding on to that AK-47. Now, we have seen Astralis like to be quite force buy, and the fact that they've kept a FAMAS and the M4, they could really go for a force buy here. Dupree could drop something, Magisk could drop something as well, and they could invest, and I think that's exactly what they're going for. You can see Glaive's just been gifted that FAMAS. Dupree's brought on in there with the Deagle, some utility behind it as well. FAMAS is, they're playing past the parcel. It's ended up with Device. So they haven't fully invested. Note how everybody has, wow, I was going to say over 500 left. Esther actually only with $300 dues. They'll get the $1,900 loss bonus in the next round. But this is still a potent buy for them to work with.
Gesundheit.
So as we highlighted, Esther normally over towards this short position on their gun rounds. Device with him, but this time around it will be Magisk with one of the saved rifles. Magisk will be one of the danger mans here. The danger mans.
Danger mans.
Oh, well, Config, more dangerous, and more of a mans.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, only 6 kills to Config. They need a couple more. This is not ideal. Esther just grabbed himself an M4, and Poison, fortunately, relieving some of that pressure. Catches Glaive on the rotate. Device announces his presence. A smoke being flirted with by Esther. Wants to isolate into at least one of these duels. They're coming together, though.
No subtlety to that either. Definitely heard the steps, but loses life for it in the end. This is a fair amount of damage, but the site's now pretty much closed for business.
Oh,
Really?
Red? Where?
Nate could
Oh,
work
no.
as well.
Oh, Nato's going to
planning
catch
low.
it.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Oh no,
just
this
like that.
this wasn't meant to be a problem. This wasn't meant to be a threat. Dupree's now pushed up with the Deagle, flash to hand as well. Up and over we go. Did he see Blame? I think he did. So they now know on the plant, on shore. Quick kill from Blame though, and there you go. Shut down by the big man himself.
That one got dicey there, and as you can see just on the right-hand side of Blame there, the little blue highlighted diffuse kit was available for Astralis. So if they were able to get those last 2 frags, there was a chance they may have even had enough time to defuse. But Blame bailing them out, and we said that he needed to be the player to watch on the side of things for Complexity. With Obo gone, a blunt object removed, somebody who has a lot of individual ability, good for the multi-frags. Now you're going to be looking at, well, more work for the likes of Poison, Config, and Blame. That'll be the star trio, as Nato is the stand-in. So just down to these pistols.
Oh, did you see that what they did there? They had 3 people walking in middle, then just reacting to the steps they heard off the spawn.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to play it because Vertigo, as you can see by the layout, it's 2 levels directly above one another. And with that extra sound cues, similar to how we have it on a map like Nuke, but when you spawn above and below one another, you can get a good idea off the start as to how the rounds are going to unfold. Poison takes down Magisk, and I think this one's going to be quite the quick round here. Should be 6 on the board for Complexity as they continue to battle forward on this T side.
Oh, I don't know if Rush just got spotted there. Oh, well, he's making so much noise.
Did you get your packages from the lobby, Alex?
There's only one. I got my G2 Esports Worlds jersey.
Oh, nice.
Admittedly a little late.
Highest caster now.
Oh, yes, that's true. I forgot about that. Don't bring that one back up. Inky do, and then, of course, with the AK, he gets him. Glaive put into a tight spot. So Complexity, they needed that one. Blame, of course, getting equipped with... Is that guy got 4 cans of peanuts with a jar of peanut butter on top?
I didn't see.
That
Maybe he
seemed
really
like
likes peanuts.
He's really overdone it on the peanuts.
You won't be able to open that on an aeroplane, let me tell you.
Yeah, goodness me, that's
That's a great
intense.
deal. Yeah. Right. By coming out,
Ooh.
we have the AWP. We have an angle.
I don't know, for some reason, I feel like he's significantly safer now. Rush, could
I
you
mean,
just...
left
Pole
eye
is
peek.
protection.
Is his head covered? Like, what is this actually covering his model? Oh, it is. You absolute rascal.
That's filthy.
Get a headshot now, I dare you.
That's really filthy.
Can we see it from his POV? Yep. Okay.
That's so dirty. Magisk.
That is very,
Al?
very cheeky.
Now, do you want to reconsider your
cheeky.
player
Wonderful,
models
please.
right now?
He's like got his arms around the pole. It's like, it's actually kind of feasible. He just can't see. He's wrapped his arms around the pole and he's ready to go, to dance, if you will. Nice work. Device takes down Rush on the mid luck, and now Poison's going to walk into the impossible headshot angle.
Yeah, I hope this comes into fruition. I just want to see how dirty
You
it
watch
is.
Poison's POV if he sweeps in. What he actually, yeah, here we go. Oh, it's too many targets to work with.
Stay away, Device.
He tags
Full
him.
tag and nothing more. Bloody hell. I don't love to see it. It's a little weird. But Blame F looking for a couple of pixels in the smoke. Not going to find anything, but I think they've noted each other are there now. Blame, oh, just put down in the end as Config now left in a 1v5. He's blind. And he's dead.
Yeah, Config's had a bit of a rough game so far in terms of the opening duel statistics. I think coming out of the first half, he was sitting at 1 and 4. He's had a couple on this T side where he's found opening kills. It was to do with the earlier rounds in this half. So he's now sitting at 3 and 5. Things are, yeah, in a rough spot for Complexity. Once again, there's no disrespect to this team whatsoever. Just coming in hamstrung last minute, losing one of your star individuals, having to try and retool and make things work within the space of a week against an Astralis who, well, during the group stage of ESL Pro League, were doing phenomenal. The only team that they lost to throughout that run was Complexity. And, well, Astralis had Bubsky playing instead of Asatag, and Complexity had Oba playing instead of NATO. So now we've kind of shifted things around.
Yeah. It's a modern-day Counter-Strike, at least when Astralis are involved. Now, the angle held by Device, very common. And it's a duel that I'm sure Config is equipped to take, but it's a question of time. 1 minute 20, plenty of it. The only thing that's, at the moment, making its presence known is that Desert Eagle. They look to flash and peek, and just not getting anything, but Config certainly gobbling up that white screen. Retooling, though. 4 members gathered towards this ramp position.
Okay, config now noted. They have plenty of utility on the T side. They can set this in motion and they should be able to take the site. Not necessarily unscathed because Mage is going to push forward. He's going to commit to this and that's now the bomb. Slowed down, hindered, swings back to check site. It's already overwhelmed.
Yeah, but the bomb was exactly as you outlined, stuck. So timing could become a bit of a factor here. If they throw these incendiaries towards the plant spot now, NATO's holding it. He's going to just about get away with his life. Drops his own smoke and bullets. Everything brings him down to 5.
Oh, dear. The smoke's going to give them something to work with, though, Alex. Astralis don't even need to drop their own right now. They have done.
Is that sandbags, Molly? Yeah, it is. He's just working it out for himself. Bingo, bango. Not ideal. No one home. NATO tore through the smoke. Oh, no. Doubled up on short. Clean. Needs another headshot. It's Dupree that finds it. 2-on-1. And he finds it, looking for the 4th. Config could save him. He's got enough time for the defuse. Has the kit and device. Will save the day for Astralis. A solid attempt. Have to give credit to Config for finding the shots necessary, but that is the 15th, and this looks like Complexity's map pick is starting to dissolve.
You can see that an extra man over towards that A side of things for Astralis. Normally they're playing it with only 2 Tag and device babysitting, but Magus over towards middle. They completely gave that up, and he's played the short position, which was huge on slowing down this attack. It meant that the eyes of device and Tag could be posted more towards the ramp as they float on up past the crane. Magus using his utility late to stall them on out. And as that attack got slowed, you get to now isolate 2 separate fights. It's not a pincer you're worrying about anymore. It's just the jewels in front of you. And Astralis now, they're only 1 round away.
Device was good for this before, but now going to be pressured a little quicker. Able to back away. No one able to pounce on that quickly enough. Rush slowed for a second. Dupree this time on it. Molly comes in, forced away. Deeper angles now. They're getting mid control. It's just what do they do with it?
Whoa, it was so fast and they just run through the Molly. Dupree, he can't believe his luck. He collects 3. Remaining 2 on towards the B site, but he can do it all. Let's get the ace. Let's finish on a bang. Let's finish loud. Already forced forward by the incendiary. Config tucked in on the gens. Dupree does find his 4th. 1 more for the ace to finish it all. NATO, the super sub, has found himself 1, but Dupree completes it. The ace, it's not on the sleeve, it's in the server, and 16-6, the final score of our first map today.